introduction of your topic. So, history is written by the winners. So, as I've mentioned before, meron po kayong ang sources of historical data ninyo ay maaaring primary, secondary, or tertiary. Now, these primary sources ay ito yung straight, 'di ba? Straight from the source of the information. Sila yung talagang pinanggagalingan ng information. And what happens is that usually the information that came from them is the version ng taong nagsulat po ng history. Now, we know that one issue about this one is the restoration of the Marcoses into power, di ba? Mula nung isa sa mga issues sa kanya before he came back into the Marcos family became has uplifted another president, which is Bongbong Marcos nowadays. Ang nangyari po ay nagwo-worry ang mga tao na papalitan ang what is written in the textbook na kung ano yung nangyari sa mga Marcoses, kung ano yung mga kasamaan na ginawa nila. Parang natakot sila na history would be rewritten. Kasi nung time na yun, talunan sila eh. So, ang version ni Cory Aquino ang ating nalaman. Then ngayon, dahil they come into power, parang nandun yung narinig natin na papalitan ang textbook, ang history sa textbooks na tinuturo sa curriculum in high school with the help of VP Sara, who is now the head of the Department of Education. So, isa yun sa mga sinasabi nating instances na tulad na sinabi ni Napoleon Bonaparte. Kung sino yung nanalo sa war, kung sino yung nasa power, at sila yung nandun ang may power na to create the story, they are usually yung side na naririnig natin. But there will come a time na meron po talagang kukontra niyan sa kanilang version of history. So marami po kayong mai-encounter, hindi lamang po sa history, kundi maging sa present na buhay natin. For example, in this learning outcome, matututunan ninyo kung paano mag-analyze ng context, ng content, ng perspective of different kinds of primary sources. So marami po tayong primary sources, di ba? So meron tayo, later i-discuss with them. Okay, so these primary sources, kailangan natin i-analyze kung tama ba ang mga yan or mali. So, di ba sabi nga ni Lord de Vera, history chismis noon, history yun. So, let's analyze kung yan ba ay chismis or it's a fact. The second learning outcome that you're supposed to learn from this chapter is to determine the contribution of different kinds of primary sources in understanding Philippine history. So, nandun po yung mga example po ng mga picture, mga posters, films, and parts of the Philippine history na atin pong maiintindihan kung paano po ito ay totally na nagkaroon ng epekto sa Philippine culture natin at paano nag-evolve ang Pilipinas. The third one is to develop analytical skills with exposure to primary sources. So, hindi ibig sabihin na kapag may prinisinta sa yung isang gawa or something na sa tingin mo ay prinisintang information ng isang tao, hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na tama siya. Okay? So, there are always different versions of the story. Yan ang tatandaan natin. And you will be taught how to analyze kung paano nyo magagamit ito bilang mga ebidensya na ito ang factual at ito ang chismis. Okay? So, you have here on sa inyong drive sa GCR, I believe that Teacher Lyra is already placing your GCR. You have the following templates. So, you have the template to analyze a photograph, a written document, an artifact, a poster, a map, a cartoon, a video, a sound recording, a historical writing, and for your film review. Now, these templates, okay, templates na to, fill upan nyo lang. Okay, but this will guide you on how to properly analyze each primary source na ipipresenta dyan sa inyo. So, this will be a group task which will be submitted after 2 weeks. So, after 2 weeks po, that would be November 17, bibigyan namin kayo. You can work on it as a group. Dapat to individual eh. But, actually, medyo mahihirapan po kami kasi individual. So, what I need to do is that each member of the group, or di ba 10 yan, so nasa inyo po yan kung paano nyo i-divide yung task. At the same time, when everybody, before you submit the templates to me, dapat may mga soft copy kayo downloaded niyan din sa GCR. Maliban dyan sa hard copy na ipapasa nyo sa akin, yung hard copy nyo yan, ay scan nyo, at pipicture nyo, at ipapasa nyo po sa GCR. Para po mapag-aralan din ng lahat ng members ng grupo ang sagot ng bawat isa. So that in that way, you all work together for the information to be gathered, and then you will be presenting it sa grupo ninyo. So that your group, kapag may tanong po pagdating ng exam sa finals, you will be able to answer the questions or the informations asked. So the first one that you should analyze is this photograph. Okay? So, i-connect po ninyo ito sa Philippine history. Okay? So, nandito po yung guide ninyo on how to analyze a photograph. So, first one is, you have to quickly scan the photo. What did you notice first? Yan isusulat nyo sa una. Then, you will have to check this part, type of photo, kung ano ba siya, portrait, landscape, event ba siya, family picture, documentary, or others. Kapag sinabi natin others, kung wala dyan nag-fit sa category, you can use the others at i-describe niyo kung ano yung photo. Now, is there a caption? Meron bang caption or small information na nagbibigay sa inyo ng details about the photo? If none, then explain na wala. Okay, kung meron man, expand na rin po. So, observe also its parts. Okay, so list the people, the objects, and the activities that you see. Okay? May tao ba? Ano yung mga object? Ano kayong ginagawa nila? Okay? Now, also try to make sense of it. Kumbaga, when you try to make sense of a photo, all you have to do is, what do you call this one? Titingnan ninyo yung mga available na information na nandun sa photo. Or you will have to research what you see in the photo. Okay? So, pag nakikita niyo yan, ang mga photos na yan, what you do is that you have to analyze them. Okay? Hindi ko siya masyado makita sa cellphone. So, I'm recording it on the phone, but I have my laptop with me. So, nakita ko siya ng screen. Okay. So, when you analyze a photo, you have to check kung sa tingin nyo, sino ba ang kumuha ng photo? Who took the photo? Or where do you think it is from? Okay? So, how do you connect this, di ba mga Americans to? And then the fashion, di ba? Parang clue niya. Okay? So, paano nyo po siya, sa tingin nyo, saan to galing? At anong connecta nito sa Philippine culture? The next one is, when is it from? Sa tingin nyo, kailan yan ginawa? Kailan? Specific era or year or decades? Kayo na pong bahala. So, when is it from and what is happening in this time of history when the photo was taken? Diba? So, when you do that one, nabibigay nyo po yung information na kailangan and background po nung time na yun. Why was it taken? Sa tingin niyo bakit ito nakuha ang picture na to? So, list the evidence from the photo or your knowledge about the photographer that lead you to your conclusion. Sa tingin mo, sinong kumuha at bakit kinuha ito? So, use it as historical evidence. Okay. So, dahil bumabalik na, di ba, ang fashion ngayon, ang fad ng ganitong fashion, parang aanuhin mo siya. Ang gagawin mo ay titingnan mo kung ano yung connection niyan with the present day. Okay? So what have you found out from this document that you did not learn from anywhere else? Ayan ang isa pang tanong. Dito po sa use it as historical evidence. Then, what other documents or historical evidence are you going to use to help you understand the event or topic? So, dito mo susulat yan bilang historical evidence. So, magkoconnect ka pa dito ng ibang references about the information, like for example, fashion ng time na yan. Next one is that you have to analyze is the written document. So, the written document po, an example ng written document is this one. This is a memoir. Yeah, memoir ang spelling ha, but it's pronounced as memoir of Emilio Aguinaldo. So, we all know that Bonifacio only lived a very short life kasi he was assassinated as soon as he came to power. No other than, sinasabi nila, by Emilio Aguinaldo. Now, Emilio Aguinaldo has already written this document. Sa pagsulat niya po ng document na to, syempre, Andres Bonifacio was put in bad limelight siya. Sa maganda yung kanyang memories sa ganitong sinulat niya. So, isang panglalarawan ito kay Bonifacio bilang haring bayan. Ang hari ng bayan. Pero, yun nga, medyo, version naman to ni General Emilio Aguinaldo, which we all know that they were rivals during the power struggle of the KKK. So, kayo na pong bahala mag-analyze niyan. Ano po yung mga kailangan habang ina-analyze ninyo ang document na to? So, when you are analyzing a document, what you need to do is to check what type of document this one is. So, is it a letter, a speech, a patent, telegram, email, or others? Nasa inyo po yan. Sa others, pwede nyo lagyan ng, di ba, nakalagay na memoir or letter or so, describe it as if you were explaining it to someone who can't see it. Like the physical feature po ng kumbaga external criticism. Criticism mo ay pwede mo dito nang i-apply. Okay? So, was it handwritten? Was it typed? Is it all written by the same person? Or are there stamps or any markings? What else do you see on it? Physically speaking. You also have to observe its parts. Who wrote it? Kung minsan nandiyan ang writer, kung minsan wala. You have to perceive or iintindi mo kung sino yung writer na makikita dyan. Or kung hindi mo makikita, you have to research for it. And who read and received it? Sa tingin nyo, sino po ba ang dapat pabasahin sa ano na to, or sa sulat na to, or sino ba ang recipient ng sulat or ng sinulat? When is it from? Kailan ba ito sinulat? So, nandun po yung kung kailan sa tingin mo ito sinulat or kailan ito ginawa. At saan? Where is it from? Okay, isa rin yung sa mga tanong. Then, try to make sense of it using your internal criticism. Yung content naman ngayon ang i-analyze mo. What is it talking about? Tapos, isusulat mo rin dyan na one sentence na i-analyze or isusummarize mo kung ano ang content nung sinulat ni Emilio Aguinaldo. So, you have to put it upside down kasi andito yung aking laptop sa kanila. Okay, now the next one is why do you think the author wrote it? Bakit kaya sinulat ito ni Emilio Aguinaldo? Quote the evidence from the document that tells you this. And what is happening at that time of history na when this document was created? So, again, you use it as historical evidence. What did you find out from this document that you did not know or did not learn anywhere else? Diba? So, this primary evidence could give you one information or any information that you can think of kung bakit ito naging magandang source ng information. What other documents or other references or historical events are you going to use to help you expand your knowledge about this certain topic? So, isusulat mo rin yun dyan. Whoever will be assigned to this document. The next one is to analyze the artifact. Okay, analyze an artifact. Sorry about that one. Typographical error lang po. I believe this figure is already taught in your grade 7. I was teaching in DepEd noon with the K to 12 curriculum, and this is already a part of your lesson. So hopefully, when you search the image also in the Google internet, dali lang po niyang hanapin. And this is how you analyze an artifact. Okay? So you have to check if the material is, or the artifact is made up of what material. Is it a bone? Is it a spoon, pottery, metal, glass, plastic, or others, or wood, or paper? So observe its parts. Describe, you have to describe the artifact as if na hindi po siya nakikita ng taong kausap mo. So, think about its texture. Ano ba yung size? Ano yung weight? Ano yung age? Ano kaya yung condition ng artifact na to? May movable parts ba siya? May mga nasusulat ba siya? So, you have to describe the artifact. And try to make sense as best as you can. Sa tingin mo, where did it come from? When is it formed? Sinong gumamit nito? List of the things na sa tingin niyo po ay uh, ano pang pinaggagamitan nito. Also, you have to analyze also the different data na naman dito sa kabila. Okay, when producing or analyzing an artifact, you have to analyze or read or search for information and iba pang pwede nilang matutunan from the artifact that you are exposing. So sa tingin nyo, what was it used for? List the reasons you think so. And or you know of. Okay? What does it tell you about the people who made it or used it? What does it tell you about technology at the time it was made? What is similar item nito from today? Ano ba yung kaparehan niyan? Ano ba sinasabi ng technology noon? At ano yung mga similar na mga ginagamit natin ngayon na nagpe-pertain din po sa ganitong gamit natin? Okay, use it also as historical evidence, and what did you find out about this artifact that you have not learned anywhere else? So what other documents or historical evidence are you going to use to help you understand the event or time in which this artifact was used? Okay, so magbibigay pa kayo ng iba pang references na may connection po dito sa analyzing the artifact. Next one is poster. Analyzing a poster. Okay, as you can see, meron pong picture dyan, and these are the information that you need to give. And the first one is, you have to scan the poster, and what did you notice first? So observe its parts. Does it have a message printed on it? And are there any questions or instructions? Isusulat mo po yan dyan sa template. Does it say who created it? Okay? So, kung wala naman kayo idea, you can try researching it. Okay? List the people, objects, and places and activities in the poster. Ano sa tingin niyo yung mga, sino yung nandyan? Ano yung mga objects na nakikita niyo? Ano kaya ginagawa nila? Okay? What are the main colors used? At bakit sa tingin niyo yun ang color na ginamit? Are there any symbols? And what do you think it's supposed to stand for? Does the poster try to persuade mainly through words, visuals, or both equally? Ginamit niya ba ay words? Ginamit niya ba ay visuals? Or pareho niyang ginamit? Or both, diba? So, write one sentence summarizing this poster. So, magsusulat ka kung ano po ang dahilan kung bakit, kung ano yung pagkakaunawa mo dito sa poster. So, you also need to know from this poster kung kailan ito kaya ginawa. What do you think could be the era or the time or the years or the decade na ito po ay ginawa? What was happening at that time in the history when this poster was created? Anong sa tingin ninyong nangyayari sa Philippines ng time na to nung nauso yung poster na yan? Who do you think is the intended audience? Para kanino kaya to ginawa? And why was it created? And list the evidence ng post na tinasabi sa inyo ng poster kung ano yung sinasabi nito sa inyo, kung anong reason na ginawa ang poster nito. So, what did you find out about this poster, from this poster, na hindi nyo po nalaman o natutunan from other historical evidences? And what other evidence or historical document na pwedeng nyo pong idagdag dito para po madagdagan ang inyong kaalaman with this certain poster. Okay, andito lang po yun sa template na to, ang mga tanong na dinescribe ko sa inyo. The next one is analyzing a map. Okay, so this one is very familiar tayo nito. Kasi ito, ano ito ngayon, very hot issue between the Philippines and the China and all the other neighboring countries of Southeast Asia. So here's the template for you to analyze the map. Pero ito, so while I'm discussing this, dito, pwede nyo rin mabuksan niya sa Google Drive at i-download nyo habang nagsasalita. So document analysis worksheet. Okay, analyzing a map. Meet the map. I'm the map, ni Dora. Okay, what is the title of the map? Is there a scale or compass? What is in the legend? Yung legend po, wala tong legend. Sinasabi ko na. Pero it's something like the guide na 1:5, 1 centimeter is equivalent to 5 kilometers, something like that. So, diyan sinasabi ng scale at compass. At saka yung legend, para saan yung red, para saan yung green, para saan. Kumbaga, meron siyang legend. Pero this time, the map does not have one. But is there a title? Oo, meron. Scale and compass, none. What is in the legend? None yet. So, check all that apply. Okay? Kung ano to. Political, topographical, aerial, relief, planning, population settlement, or others. So, nasa inyo po yan. Check all that apply, sabi dito, ha? Anything na pwede na makikita nyo po para saan. Observe mo rin tapos ngayon ang kanyang parts. Dito sa mapa, you should observe what places are shown or places shown. Okay, what is labeled? Ano ba yung mga naka-label dyan? If there are symbols or colors, what do they stand for? So, tingin mo yung red na yan, what does it stand for? The green one, the blue one on the Philippines, na ano sa tingin mo ang symbol ng colors nito? So, try to also to make sense of it by napakaganda nito i-discuss. Swerte naman ang who made it? Who do you think made this map? And when is it from? Kung kailan to daw ginawa? When and who ang gumawa nitong map na ito? Okay? So, sagutin nyo na lang. Then, as historical evidence, what do you think is happening at the time of history when this map was made? Ano kaya nangyayari sa Philippines at the time? Kung bakit nagawa itong map nito? Why was it created? So, ililista nyo po ang ebidensya from the map or your knowledge about the map maker na nag-lead sa iyo sa conclusion kung bakit ito ay ginawa ang map na ito. Okay? So, write a one sentence summarizing this map. Okay? Explain nyo in one sentence kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng map na ito. So, what did you find out from this map that you have not learned from anywhere else? Okay? Ano yung natutunan mo sa mapa na ito? And what other documents or historical evidence are you going to use to help you understand this event or topic? Okay? Lalagay ka na naman ng additional references. Okay. Ito po yung template niya. Okay, number 6 is analyzing a cartoon. Actually, marami pong ganito no? Yung iba nag-uusap talaga, si Action Aksaya, which anytime, Larry Alcala, serious stuff. But we are going to use this photo. And when using this photo, I'd like you to use the next template. This is the template wherein you have to analyze a cartoon. So, meet the cartoons. Okay? So, meet the cartoon, quickly scan the cartoon. What do you notice first? Isusulat mo po yan. What is the title or caption? Observe nyo naman yung parts. Are there labels, description, thoughts, or dialogues? List the people or objects and places na nandyan sa cartoon and list the actions or activity. And then, try to make sense of it by checking. Try to make sense of it by, sa tingin nyo po, bakit, ano po yung words na nakikita nyo dyan? Ano yung visuals? So, which words or phrases are most significant? Ano yung mga nag-stand out na mga salita dyan na pwede mo i-explain? Anong words? Okay? Which of the visuals naman sa sa mga visuals ang symbols. Okay, and what does it stand for? Okay, next one would be when analyzing a cartoon, kailangan kikita nyo rin yung emotions that are described or portrayed sa words na nandyan. And what do they stand for? Yung mga kada drawing dyan sa picture na yan, sa cartoon na yan, ano ang ibig sabihin ng bawat picture. So, sa tingin nyo, sino ang nag-draw ng cartoon na to? Also, you have to search for it. Kung hindi nyo po siya mariresearch, maglagay po kayo ng inyong opinion. When is it from? Kailan kaya ito ginawa? And what was happening at the time in history when it was created? Okay, what is the message of the cartoon? Yeah, may linya din po ang sasagutan nandito sa template. What is the message of the cartoon? This is the evidence from the cartoon or yung iyong na-research na knowledge about the cartoonist that led you to your conclusion. Okay, nandito yan. Dito po sa malapit na po sa last before the use it as historical evidence. So how will you use it, this cartoon? At ano yung na-find out mo dito sa cartoon na to that you might not have learned from anyone else? And then also, yung supporting document dito sa last part, what other documents and historical evidences are you going to help, are you going to add para po madagdagan po inyong kaalaman tungkol sa cartoon? Number 7 is analyzing a video. So, when analyzing a video, ito po ay ang lupang hinirang ng GMP7. This is a very informative video consisting of 3 minutes lang yata the version of the lupang hinirang of GMP7. Sorry. I'm starting to get sleepy. It's almost 10 p.m. So, pero mahirap kasi mag-record in school. That's why I'm trying to finish this one tonight. So, document analysis worksheet, how to analyze a video. Now, what is the title? What do you think you will see when you see the title? So, meet the video. Type, check all that apply. Is it animation, documentary, propaganda, entertainment, promotional, blah, blah, blah. And ano po yung elements na ginamit dito sa video? Check all that apply. Is there music, noise, dramatization, live action, black and white, special effect, animation, color, others. May tatlo pa pong bakante dyan na pwede nyo rin pong dagdag sa ginamit na elements sa isang video. Now, is the people and objects and activities that you see in the video. Okay? So, dito yan. People, places, and activities. Also, you will have to make sure, try to make sense out of it para aalamin mo when was the video created, what was happening at this time in the history na ito ay ginawa, who made it, and who do you think is the intended audience for this video. How do you think the creator wanted the audience to respond? So, ililist nyo po yung evidences from the video and or from your basic knowledge about who made it and what led you to the conclusion kung bakit ginawa ng creator or ano ini-expect niya tugon ng nanonood ng video na to. So, what did you see or learn from the video that you have not learned from anywhere else? At ano pa yung dagdag na documents and historical evidences are you going to use to help you understand the event or fact? Ito yung template. Next one is analyzing a sound recorder. So, secret kung ano po itong laman ng sound recorder na to, but you have to hear it and you have to listen to it para po take note ninyo kung ano po yung inyong narinig doon sa sound recording. So, when analyzing a sound recording, you need to anticipate the sound that you will hear. What do you think you will hear? And what is the title na pala ng sound na to? Ng sound recording na to. So, what do you think you will hear? So, meet the sound recording. Type all or check all that applies, ha? Is it a campaign speech? Is it a radio? Is it press conference, news report, podcast, others, musical performance, court arguments, discussion. So, nasa inyo po, check nyo po. Ano yung elements na nakikita ninyo all that apply. Is it a live broadcast? Is it conversation? Is it commentary? Sound effect? Blah, 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 background sounds. So, you have to check all the elements that apply. Nandito po yan. Then, the other parts, what moods, ano ba yung mood mo or tone na ginamit nila sa sound recording? Kung meron na nagsasalita o meron na naririnig kayo iba. So, while observing its parts, you have to list down the people and topics that you hear. People and the topic. Siyempre, yung sound na yan, maaaring conversation, maaaring sound effects. So, nasa inyo po yan. What do you think is the topic? Okay? Then, try to make sense of it and what do you think would be sa sound recording na to kung kailan kaya ito ginawa and what was happening in the history at the time it was created. Who do you think made it and who do you think is the intended audience? So, how do you think the creator wanted the evidence to be, the audience to respond? So, ano kaya hinihintay na response na ni creator ng sound recording na to? Anong hinihintay niyang response from the audience? So, list mo yung evidence mo. Ililista mo yung ebidensya mo from historical data or your knowledge about who made it at ito yung nagbigay sa'yo ng conclusion. So, what did you hear from this sound recording that you have not learned from anywhere else? And also, ano pa yung ibang ebidensya na maaari pong magdagdag sa inyong kaalaman, supporting evidence ninyo sa kaalaman ninyo. Sure kayo na ito yung napakinggan ninyo. Okay? Next one, second from the last, is analyze a historical writing. Now, this one is actually, sorry. This one is the declaration, the act of declaration of the Philippine independence. So, dito po, sa pag-analyze ng writing na to, I think you have a bigger copy. You can zoom it in dun po sa inyong Google Drive. So, sa document analysis worksheet, how to analyze a historical writing. So, it is an organized account, often in narrative form or of a past of a nation or a group of people or one important figure. So, this historical writing generally has the following characteristics. It has its focus. It's concerned with real events in the relatively distant past. Meron din siyang text organization and events are told in chronological order. The author's style and purpose, paano niya ba ni-retell yung facts rather than personal information. However, the author may also incorporate yung kanyang specific purpose in mind, such as teaching a moral lesson. And also, what are the features? So, the author may also incorporate literary devices such as anecdotes or brief stories that focus on that certain event in a person's life or to illustrate a point. So, use the following characteristics of historical writing. And this excerpt from the Act of Declaration of the Philippine Independence to complete the chart below. So, focus. What's the subject? What's the time? What's the place of this historical writing element? So, paano ni inorganize yung text? Text organization. I told you, ang text organization ay yung chronological order of the event. What's the author's purpose and style? Ano yung style niya sa pagsusulat? Is it formal? Is it personal letter? What's the purpose of writing this act of declaration of Philippine independence? Sa features, ano yung features niya? When we say features, review the definition, the author may incorporate literary devices such as anecdotes or brief stories to focus on an event or to prove his point. Okay? So, features. Bahala na kayo dyan kung ibadagdag nyo dyan. Next one, the last one would be analyzing a film. You have to watch this para po siguro, ay ba sa inyo nakapanood din yan, but it's still nice to review this one. So, when you are analyzing a film review, this is just the thing that you need to do. Maiksi lang po siya. So, scoring, you have uh, setting, sorry. Magre-rate ka muna. Ano ba siya? 5 star, 4 star, or 3 star for you? What's the setting? Ano yung time and place? Summary of the movie. Who is your favorite character and why? Did you like this movie? Why or why not? Who would you recommend this movie to and why? Okay. So, pero don't forget to write the brief summary of the movie. Ano, summary. Bari mo pang dagdagan yan ang lines na yun. Or use a different paper continue or the back page of the film review para masulat mo po yung summary mo. Okay? Now, I think that's it. That's it. Thank you for listening and 10 analysis po yan. Ilalagay mo po sa isang folder. But before you put it as a group work, you need to scan it and submit it also in the GCR. For your members, sa lahat po ng members, dapat meron po yan. So, yun lahat po kayo, every member should have a collection in the GCR of the 10 topics na nandiyan po ng grupo. So, whatever group you belong to, yun po. Pare-pareho po yung sagot ng isang grupo, but all of you has a copy in your GCR. Okay? So, if you have any further questions, feel free to ask me and Ma'am Lyra. We will be very glad to assist you on this one. So, thank you and bye.